Hello everyone, and welcome back to our flag-specific tactics for Domination. This is the B flag on Raid on Black Ops 2, and currently using the Scar H for this one. Favorite iron sights in the game, by the way. They're extremely nice with the point, and very, very nice. Like the iron sights on that one. Just thought I'd mention it. Actually, the position I'm actually in for a reason to start with is if you run Sentry... Guardians or Sentry turrets, and both of these sides can get up using these rocks right here. If you place them so that they are just back here outside of the sight of those windows, so on this side you would be placing them roughly here, they will cover these areas but not be exposed to those areas. And on this side you'll notice you can place them just a touch farther forward, in more like here, and they don't back up a little bit so that they could cover the flag very well from there. So, taking care of that, let's go on to where do we want to be. In this particular map, one thing you'll note on this is people over here, and I will show you that right now, can actually see, for the most part, into there. It doesn't take much of a shot to do this, because you can see there's our concrete pillar. In fact, there's where the stairs go down, and I can see. So this is probably your biggest danger zone, because this killing channel here can't be taken. It can't be gotten. You can't get rid of it from on the B flag. You can mitigate it to a certain extent, but you can't get rid of it. So let's go from C to B, and C to B. I have this window, that spot to take care of, and I want to get rid of as much of that as possible. So, where do I go? I actually go right over here, crouch down. You'll notice that there is a little bit of cover there, but if you're crouched down and you're right about here, you are fully covered from this side. So then all I have to do is just watch out for this side. Now you can see I can still be seen from there, and he can get me in the head. But at least these two guys who are closer, the guy who's going to be up there and the guy who's going to be in that window, those guys can't. And the matching side on the other side is just kind of right towards the bottom of these stairs, and you just want to be crouching. And the reason to not lay, by the way, was simply because when we laid down, we tested this extensively and found that laying down from this window, you could see the guy's feet right down there very often. And we were able to kill each other just fine. Now, we tested this for quite some time, and we were able to find that it was not a safe place to lay down. It worked if you knew there wasn't anybody in the window, because then you could lay down there and you could get rid of the sight lines from these guys over here. But for the most part, you weren't safe, because anybody walking in this room was like, oh look, I see a set of cankles, let me shoot those. So, you don't want to lay down if at all possible, also because it slows you down, and tactically it's almost always a bad thing. So, that does take care of Flag B, but we are going to add a few notes besides the fountain, and like I said, if you run a sentry turret, that is an amazing place to put them. This area right up here, most people don't seem to pay much attention to or know about. You can actually lay down here. If you are defending this and you have an LMG, this is a fantastic spot. You will see them well before they see you. Apologize about the zooming in and out. When you crawl, it does that, and it does that weird blur thing. You'll notice I can get that window, I can get that door. Over on this side, you have the advantage because you have this area where you can crouch behind while you're and clip this over here, and you'll see people do that, especially good with LMGs. You can do that on the other side, and it does work from this spot as well. And it's not a bad spot. It's just people just generally tend to run right out this door and go around. Now, the other thing I wanted to note on this was, if you see this rose bush right here, you can actually climb up. So if you have a sniper in this area, you can take him from this area very easily. And from here, you can also, if you need to, you can get up here, block the window, and you can crouch, and you can actually take guys coming out here. And I found that I've actually lived quite a few times and been able to take 2 or 3 guys before I needed to move from this spot, simply because people just didn't expect you to be up here. Of course, everybody knows about the area back here. You need to be safe and careful about this. This is not something you want. And of course, everybody knows to pass through here. As in my last video, I'm going to talk a little bit about shock charges real quick. And again, just to reiterate, if you have any choice at all, put them on the roof. That's going to get somebody. I'm protected from it. And when he runs through the door, he's not going to be looking up. And that could be there, or it could be in the other spot. And that works on both of these sniper spots. And I do want to show that because... Oh, by the way, on this one and the other one, I'll show kind of doesn't work nearly as well. But on this particular one, if you toss a bouncing Betty in the corner right about here and a shock charge on the roof, you will tend to get kills. Sometimes you won't get a kill. But the key to it is they might see the bouncing Betty, but they won't see the shock charge. And this wall actually blocks the blast, so you are not killed by your own equipment. And you have plenty of time to react. Now let's go over to the other side, and I do want to show on the other side you can kind of do the same thing, but it is a little more difficult because of the way they laid it out. Oops, didn't quite make it in the door. Now, you can kind of do the same thing, but I won't. I absolutely refuse to do it there, and the reason is, it's just, you can see it as you walk in. Oh, look, there's something on the roof. Oh, look. So the last place that I can think of to put it was actually just to try and stick it up here. Hopefully they don't notice when they come in. I mean, you can see it when you come in if you're paying attention, but if you're not paying attention, you might miss it. Otherwise, if you put it in the room with you and you're over here, you're going to need to be curled up against this wall because if you put a bouncing Betty down here, they can both very possibly get you if you're too close this way. So, that's going to take care of the B flag and a few extra things that you hopefully get something out of. Help you take these flags, help you maintain control of these flags. I'm going to try and incorporate a little bit more of that because the flags, sightlines, once you kind of get an idea, after about 2 or 3 episodes of this, you're kind of going to see everything that I'm pointing out very easily. So I'm going to try and get a little hints and tips in there as well, and I'm actually going to put together some videos that are just hints and tips videos as well. So that takes care of the B flag. We're going to come back with A, and we'll finish up with C. I thank you for watching. Good luck out there, and have a great day, everybody.